Hello, everyone, and welcome to Career Day. Career Day is an initiative by Tuto Tusa. We believe that information empowers people. Our professional this week is Khumo Manaka, a South African young man who is a medical doctor and is currently training under a specialist orthopedic surgeon. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on our amazing series. Remember to share with your friends, as this could be helpful to them as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Khumo Manaka, Khumo for short. That's what everybody calls me. I'm 33 years of age, born and raised in South Africa, in a little town just outside of Pretoria, called Mabopane. A description of Mabopane will be a five-roomed um, L-shaped house. The area currently it's a little bit more developed. It's some I would say lower to middle class families live there. Um, Currently, I'm working as a medical doctor. I've been in this field for about 8 years, but independently five. Because in the other three is 2 years of internship, which is supervised, and 1 year of community service, which is also supervised. But as an independent medical practitioner, I've actually been in the game for about 5 years. Medicine wasn't actually what I actually wanted to do. What I wanted to do, it was a lot of things. A lawyer, at some point an accountant, at some point a chemical engineer and do biochemical engineering or chemical engineering. And yeah, for like pharmaceuticals and everything like that. And so that's what I wanted to do. The career choice of medicine I learned through my uncle. He's been in the game for longer than me, I think, for more than 20 years as a specialist. And I think this was run about 2003 in grade 10. He sat me down and he says, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I don't know." But then he's been hampering on me for the past couple of years since I got into high school. So he was like, "You need to find a path, you know?" And so my parents are also were like, "You also need to find a path and you need to find something to do after high school." And for a 16, 17-year old, and you put them in those kind of lights, you get confused. But yeah, I remember vividly. My uncle came to to our home, and he sat down and he was like, "Okay, let me tell you what you can do." Um, then he started going through the different types of fields of medicine, either medicine as a whole, just there's the emergency part, then there's the surgical, then there's the pathology. There's more to medicine than what people actually think. It's not just being one surgeon like on Grey's Anatomy or whatever. There's more to it, and that's kind of one thing that actually got me attracted to it, is that with one degree or with this type of degree, I can branch into do many different things in medicine. And yeah, and probably that was the reason why I got into it. But then my parents and my uncle could actually see that I'm more of a social person and everything. So they were like, "This will be a great path for you because you can talk to people and everything." I attended Mount Edmund Christian Brothers College, which is English medium high school in Pretoria. The subjects I did was English, Afrikaans, um, biology, science, accounting, mathematics. So yeah, those are the subjects I did. Why did I pick those? I was good from grade 8. I was actually good with maths. Well, not really great, but like I was good. I was average in biology, sciences, and mathematics. And I chose to go with the ones that I was good with, so that I can pass and get out of high school. But yeah, but then as after having a chat with my uncle, he suggested that if I were to do anything in the medical field, these are the subjects that I would need. And yeah, and even if I wanted to do maybe chemical engineering or whatever, these will still be the subjects that I need to do. So after I picked these subjects, I felt that I have a variety of fields to go into other than medicine. Top three marks was had to be biology, science, and English. Subjects, all the subjects I picked except for accounting actually helped me in tertiary because it was easier for me to understand the concepts. It was easy for me to understand biology because I did it, and it was easier for me to understand sciences like your chemistry and your physics. Well, math I did physics, so it was easy to understand. So tertiary or varsity that I attended after high school, it was University of the Free State. So why I chose this one, it was one of the two that I applied to because I did not apply for anything. I thought after high school I'll just take a gap year to find myself and find what I could do. So yeah, so then yeah, being having my parents, me having my parents, they decided no, gap year is not actually we're not doing that. So you need to go find a school. Then I actually found a school now called SMU, Makatu University, which was back in the day it was called Medunsa. So I went to Medunsa and it was close to home. Medunsa and home about it's not far from one another. I mean, so my dad kept on saying like, "Oh yes, after work I'm just gonna pass by through and we can sit and we can talk." And I was like, "Yo, no, I can't do this. So I'm gonna pick a faraway place so that I can be far away from my parents. And luckily, Free State answered, University of the Free State answered, and I decided to do that. And because I didn't really apply for medicine initially, um, I did what they call a basic sciences. So I was a degree, bachelor's in sciences, and that's where we did a whole lot of things that I did. Like I did physics, I did chemistry, I did biology, I did botany. Yeah, so those were the my main subjects. And then, so that because then those ones have actually helped me to get into medicine because yeah, I did very well in them. So I did that. I got into medicine after a year of doing that medical of doing that basic bachelor's in sciences. Um, it took me a little while to graduate. You always have speed bumps ahead. So normally, the medical degree in University of the Free State is about 5 years. I did it in six because I failed 1 year. Um, yeah, that was my fourth year. Then from there on, I vowed not never to actually fail again. One thing that actually got me through that was believing that I could overcoming the mental that mental hurdle of you being a failure. Um, I had a whole lot of support. Family and friends also supported me, and they told me like, "Listen, it happens. Just plow through this. It's one little hurdle. Just jump over it, and you'll be fine." So I got a lot of support. Family and friends got me through it. Yeah, yeah, that really what got me through the support from family and friends.
So, what I do for a living, I am a medical officer, training underneath a specialist orthopedic surgeon. So, we deal with mostly bone injuries, tendon injury, nerve injuries, joints, and yeah, and spine, all those type of things. So, we get to operate on it's a surgical discipline, so mostly we concentrate on operation on injuries, like people who have been in car accidents or been injured at work, who have chronic diseases of the joints or of bones and joints. That includes children as well. So I work in a tertiary institution, which is almost it's a teaching institution with all the subspecialties or the specialized specialities in medicine. So a day in the life of me in early mornings, it normally starts off at 5 a.m. So it mostly starts at 5 a.m. where I would either go to gym or exercise indoor or at work, then come back, shower, then probably do a little bit of some reading for or watch a YouTube channel on a different type of procedure that I need to do on that day, or read about that different disease of the day or a disease that I saw or an injury that I saw the day before and I have no knowledge in. Then we have breakfast. Get to work around about just before 8. And then we have a basic morning meeting. In the morning meetings, we just report on the injury on the patients that we saw, or clients for some people that we saw the night before, and what we did for them or what needs to be done for them. And then from there on, it's either I either go to do ward rounds, where I just check daily do ward rounds to check on progression on the patients who or comfortability mostly, and also any complaints and address those complaints on that day. Then from there it'll be my clinic. In clinic, I just see all the patients that that need operation, that are post operative, or then we decide on a plan for them. And from there on, it's home. I do have on what we call being on call, meaning that when I'm on call, basically I'm working the whole night. So when I'm on call, I would just see the patients that come in, treat them acutely, what they need to be done at that point in time. Then if I need to operate on some of them, I would go to theater and operate. But most of the time, all of them they need operation. Call starts like at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then would end in the next morning at 8. Then from there on, I start again with the morning meeting and blah, 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 blah. And what I love about my career, it's a passion, something you do out of your heart. You wake up every morning energized, you get to relieve people of pain, whether it's physical or mental or even emotional pain. And that's what I love about it. You give yourself and you get to see results. What I hate about it is it can take a lot from you, also emotionally and physically, even mentally. It can take away from you emotionally. Honestly enough, it's not for the faint of heart, but then it's manageable. I don't want to just say it does take a little piece of you when you start seeing death. Is it everything that I ever wanted? I could say it is. It's fun. I really sometimes I go to work and I have a lot of fun. I don't even sometimes I come back not tired. I'll be tired physically because of the hard work that I did, but mentally I can still go on. Like I said, it's a passion for me. As an intern, you get paid quite a lot. You'll never struggle. You always have a job. That's one thing that's good about it. So it's a high. It starts off a little bit higher than usual. I think it's around about, as an intern, I was getting after tax, I was getting around about 30 something thousand. It increases with every level. Then when you specialize, then you can. I mean, there are other people who are getting paid after tax 80,000 or even to 100,000, and that's just government. In private, it can be more. You can be making about 200,000 after tax per month, which is a lot of money. What did I do with my first salary? Yo, I think I love clothes, so I probably bought clothes. I did buy clothes, but some of it I went home and I bought groceries. I just thanked my parents. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I bought my clothes, yes, but then I also took some money home and splurged on my parents. My advice to anybody that wants to get into my career, it takes a long time. It's 6 years, and if you want to specialize, it can take up to 10 years or even more. It's not something for now. The undergraduate in itself is 6 years. The postgraduate is another 4 years. So that's 10 years. But then in between, you still have to do your internship and your comp serve. So 13 years. Then yeah, and one thing that you must understand is that your friends will have money way before you, and they'll probably have even more money by the time you even start getting money. So my advice to you is that don't think of the money. Yes, the money is important because you have to eat, but don't think of the money. Think of just do it out of the love, and that goes for any career that any one of you wants to do. Do something you know you're going to love. Trust me, everybody fails at some point in their lives. Don't let that beat you down. Don't let that put you down. Another thing is that just because you're in one field doesn't mean you can never get into another field. If you are a doctor, I can still go into business. Good luck and goodbye.